My name is Kadeem Leslie, Deputy Director of Economic Opportunity for the City of Providence, and welcome to Social Enterprise Greenhouse. Today we are joined by the Mayor, community partners, business owners, city staff, and members of media to officially announce the Empower Providence Microenterprise Accelerator program. This is a big day. We are coming together to announce yet another program that will bolster and support small businesses, specifically micro-enterprises in Providence. To know an owner of a micro-enterprise is to know someone who's filled with passion, drive, and a will to get things done. These micro-enterprises play a pivotal role in Providence. With that said, I would like to, and without further ado, we're going to hear from our first speaker, and I'd like to welcome the Honorable Mayor Jorge O. Elorza.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Kadeem. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here. A couple of people I want to recognize before we get into what this is and why it's so important. So I mentioned Kadeem. Kadeem is an important part of our economic development team in the city. But I also want to give a special shout out to Keith Stokes. Keith is the Director of Business Development for the City of Providence, and this in so many ways is his brainchild. He has steered this from an idea to funding to the programming to the partnership and now to the rollout. So can everyone please join me in giving a big round of applause? Like pretty much everything we do, we rely on our partners. And none of this would be possible without the incredible partnerships that we've been able to bring to the table to make sure that the services are provided and that they reach the folks that need them the most. To my left, I want to recognize the CEO of the Rhode Island Black Business Association, Lisa Ramblin. Behind me, and to my right, I want to recognize Oscar Mejias. He's the CEO of the Rhode Island Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. And we also have the Director of Strategy and Business, we'll be hearing from in a second, from the Social Enterprise Greenhouse, Constance Ferber, and she's joined here by Julie Owens, the interim CEO, and other members of the team. I'm going to ask everyone please for a big round of applause for all of our partners. Also want to recognize the community members that are with us here today and recognize that a candidate, the future mayor of the City of Providence, Gonzalo Cuervo, is here. So I appreciate you being here, Gonzalo, and taking time to be here. It really means a lot. So this program is geared towards micro-enterprises. Micro-enterprises as a class distinct from small businesses, and it's also designed specifically to help them get online. I'll explain both of those things. When the pandemic hit, we know that the business that were able to make the most out of the difficult circumstances were the ones that were able to either transition online or the ones that already had that online capacity. They made the transition better than any other kind of business, but it left a lot of small businesses behind. So we want to fix that going forward. We know that regardless of what direction our economy goes in, access to online services, a web presence, marketing, etc., is only going to become more and more important. Now, these micro-enterprises have usually no more than 5 employees, usually 1 or 2. And it's almost impossible for them. They're hustling every day just to keep the lights on, to keep the doors open, to sell some products and services. They don't have time to acquire and learn the new technology, constantly monitor and update their presence online. They need help and they need support. And that's what they've told us directly. And the reason why we're focusing on micro businesses in particular is because, first of all, they're the ones that need the most help. But second of all, and I credit Keith for really developing this idea, we've noticed that so many of our programming usually divides business into big business and small business. But notice small businesses are, a business that's 50 employees and under qualifies as a small business. If you're 40 to 50 people, you're far more sophisticated than perhaps a micro-enterprise, a 1 and 2 person shop that sometimes run out of your home in a small storefront. And those micro-enterprises, they require a different set of services because they're just at a different level in their development and their existence. So what we've done is we've focused very intently on what are the needs, the specific needs of microenterprises. So in this first-in-the-nation partnership and programming with GoDaddy, they partnered with the City of Providence on this initiative that they're hoping to expand to other parts throughout the country. And they're providing support. So they've done surveys and they've done some research to figure out what are those concrete needs of the micro enterprise community. And out of that came the priorities that led to this programming. So this is a partnership called Empowered by GoDaddy. Each of the 120 businesses that we're going to recruit and help establish that web presence is also going to receive some services directly from GoDaddy at no cost to them. So we're excited not only to provide these benefits to our residents and to our microenterprises, but we're also really excited that this seed that GoDaddy is planting is hopefully going to be a national model that gets spread to microenterprises throughout the entire country. And it started all right here in Providence. The last thing that I'll mention before I ask Kadeem back up is that none of this would be possible without the support of American Rescue Plan dollars, the ARPA dollars. So I want to give a shout out to our entire federal delegation. Thank you for advocating for this work. There has never been a time that I know of that our community has needed it the most. And because of your advocacy and your work, we're now able to deliver this at the grassroots and the grass house. So thank you to our federal delegation, all of the partners, to everyone on the team. I'm so excited about rolling this out, and I can't wait to see the 120 microenterprises grow and thrive under this programming. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm so proud of the work put forward by the city and also the continued investments that the mayor has made into communities that need them the most. With that said, I would like to welcome our next speaker. He's done a lot to advance this work on so many levels. Please welcome Business and Development Director for the city, Keith Stokes.
Thank you, Kadeem. Thank you, Mayor. It's great when you're a director because you get all the accolades, but in truth, our Office of Economic Opportunity has an incredible team of young, dynamic men and women who've been really doing most of the work in designing, developing, and now deploying this program. So I want to recognize Kadeem, Leslie, and Jesse Ertz who are here because they're the future. They're the future of good government. They're the future of Again, as the mayor had said, this is an exciting opportunity because we're beginning to now focus on federal funds and other resources on really building the base of the future of the economy of the city of Providence, which is really anchored upon small businesses. And as the mayor said, we've collected a significant amount of data from the SBA, U.S. Census, GoDaddy itself developed a survey for Providence-based businesses. And what we found and what the data stated is, coming out of COVID pandemic particularly, the growth area are home-based businesses, sole proprietors, independent contractors, what we call today microenterprises. That's men and women that are operating companies with 5 employees or less. That's a very different business model than most models that we've seen in the past. So in understanding that, as the mayor has said, we're designing and developing a program that begins to really get into that small microenterprise and help them at the very base level of all aspects of growing and sustaining their business. We couldn't do this as a city or as a government authority. We need to partner with those business authorities who are working consistently and effectively at the community level. And that's why we're honored to partner with the Rhode Island Black Business Association, Social Enterprise Greenhouse, and the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce of Rhode Island. They're doing the work each and every day, and it's our interest and our investment strategy to invest in them, cut them loose, and let them recruit, support, and drive forward those 120 businessmen and women to success in this GoDaddy program. So it's a teamwork, it's a partnership, we're excited in this. Hold on, we have a number of programs that are coming up in the next few months. Again, focus on the needs of the small business community. So thank you for this opportunity. We look forward in 2 weeks of announcing the 120 participants and getting going and getting them a prosperous and vibrant in the city. So let me turn it back to Kadeem.
Thank you so much, Keith. This partnership and collaboration is truly a call to action to do more for our micro-enterprise community here in Providence. Our next speakers, our community partners, have done so much to answer that call time and time again. Please welcome next Founder, President, and Chief Executive Officer of the Rhode Island Black Business Association, Lisa Riley.
Wow. I'm never usually lost for word, but good morning, everyone. This is an amazing day. Well, Mayor, where are you? Mayor, I want to thank you and your team for such an intentional work. This work, for many, many years, we at the Rhode Island Black Business Association, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, and Social Enterprise Greenhouse, we've been talking for decades about the unique needs for micro enterprises. And I am overwhelmed with joy for this day. I want to thank you, Mr. Keith Stokes, my friend, and Mr. Kadeem Leslie. That's my nephew. I just want to say, move-in companies that have been left behind, micro businesses, when COVID hit, right? We realized that, some folks realized that these businesses could not take advantage of these great services, right? Because they did not have access to internet, a computer. And Oscar, you and I, we opened up our offices to allow businesses to come in to try to apply for loans and different resources. But I get so overwhelmed with joy when I hear that we are listening. We are finally listening. And Mr. Mayor, you've been listening for a while because you and I have had many, many conversations. But for this day, to partner with a national company, a tech firm, GoDaddy, and we're launching this today in Rhode Island, we all must be absolutely proud of this day and proud of the leadership that are standing behind me, right? That is able to reach out and bring a national partner into Rhode Island for our community, our micro businesses. So I am absolutely overjoyed that we are here today to really invest and support and help businesses to really, what I consider, is to grow in so many ways. We know when micro businesses are growing, they actually create real jobs. Real jobs, that means we're talking about real families. We're talking about lifting communities up, moving people from poverty to sustainability. This is intentional work. And, it's awesome when you get to do this work with people that you absolutely love. And S&G, Oscar, my partner, we are not just here because we're having a press conference. We actually really work together and we love each other. So this, we're going to really dig deeper to support the 120 businesses. And I have a script, but when I get super passionate, I go off script and I speak from the heart. I want all of you to know that this work is important to all of us. Collectively, we are driving changes in not just some communities, but all communities throughout our beautiful city. I've been in the city close to 40 years. I'm dating myself. And I love this city of Providence. My ex-husband took me to Cumberland, husband at the time took me to Cumberland. I didn't do well there. I had to come back to the city that I absolutely love. And to know that my leader, my mayor, my friend, and his leadership team was able to reach out and bring this resources to our incredible city. I don't know about you all, but I'm a woman of God and I am happy, glad that God has blessed us in such a meaningful way for these collaboration and these partnerships to happen. And let me just say, this work will continue for decades to come. I am grateful that we are now seeing our micro businesses because they are the backbone of our community. And we must do more to ensure not just some businesses are scaling, but all businesses can create the jobs that we know our community deserves. Thank you so much. And I'll turn it back over to my nephew. Have a great day.
Thank you so much, and I'll acknowledge that the only time I'll say Lisa is when we're involved. So next we would like to hear from Chief Executive Officer from the Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce, Oscar Mejias.
Thank you. Good morning. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Pete, and the team for this opportunity. I want to say that it's exciting for us that now this team is making a reality what we have been chasing for several years. The Minority Business Support Organization has been chasing and fighting and looking for true partnership that could be effective, that work for our community. And now this is a very good example. The Chamber of Commerce, Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, we have been working so hard to connect our business community with resources. And this is about these resources with the support of GoDaddy. It's a company that everybody knows. And with the resource that they are providing, we have the opportunity to do what we do best. Connect, bring our business owner, make that, help them to take advantage of these resources and go more than that. I love the opening of this team. They want to listen, they want to understand, they want to know better how our minority communities think. And here, we are here to do that, to provide our support, our partnership, our help to make this project very, very effective. So, once again, thank you for the true intentionality, as you said, to make it happen. And thank you for all the knowledge and experience. And for real, we have conversation frequent. And I had a lot of time that I didn't see real intention to collaborate with the minority. So the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, we are very excited about this program. And in a short time, we will be communicating the success and the benefit for our 120 business outside in the community. So thank you very much.
Our final speaker today, we would like to hear from Senior Director of Strategy and Business Development, Constance Berger.
Welcome to SEG. We're really happy to have everyone here, and we're really proud of the work that we do here. SEG has built a model for inclusive entrepreneurship. Business owners and entrepreneurs come to SEG with great ideas and a ton of ambition. Our Ideator, Incubator, and Accelerator programs have helped launch hundreds of businesses, which have created and supported thousands of jobs in Rhode Island. The opportunity to partner with the City of Providence, the Rhode Island Black Business Association, and the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is amazing. And it is an extension of our mission to support entrepreneurs who have been historically overlooked and underserved. This collaboration will strengthen Providence's support for entrepreneurs and micro business owners, which will in turn make Providence's economy a more just, equitable, and resilient one, creating opportunity at all levels for all communities. This is exactly the kind of partnership that our staff, our board, our alumni, and our program participants are excited about. And we will do everything that we can to connect entrepreneurs with the tools, networks, and resources needed for growth. Thank you so much for this partnership.
So that brings an end to our speaking program. I thank you all for joining us today, and hope you all have a great rest of your day.
You taking questions?
Yeah.
So what are the mechanics of the program? How can people apply? Where do they apply? Just give us a layout of that, please, if you could.
Yeah, so for the mechanics of the program, folks are actually able to go to pvdrescueplan.com/apply, and they will find all 3 community partners on that website and their information, and they're able to contact them directly in order to be onboarded for the program.
And Ms. Wrangler, maybe a question to you. How many, in a city as diverse as Providence and as economically diverse as Providence, where you can't walk a block without finding multiple micro businesses. How many potential micro businesses have they estimated to be within the city?
So I can tell you from a black business perspective, there's 3,364 black-owned businesses in the state of Rhode Island. The bulk of those businesses are in Providence. When we look at combining with the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and other micro businesses, the number is massive. So when we talk about 120, that is just a pilot, right? So we're launching this initiative. It's a launch, right? We're kicking it off. And basically 120 businesses that we'll be working with is a pilot to demonstrate the value that this program will bring, right? So what we hope to do is to really clearly demonstrate that there's greater need, and then we'll expand the program to the rest of the businesses in the city. But again, we're starting, it's a pilot, and we hope to learn from this pilot, and we'll tweak as we go. But again, it's a start, and we hope to do more in the future.
And just a last question. You know, we talk about the diversity of businesses, the markets that they serve. We've got world-class food, we've got tech, we've got restaurants. Is this the membership in this or participation in this program going to be across multiple industries? Thoughts there?
Absolutely. Thank you for that question. So when we look at our segment of businesses that we serve, our businesses go across multiple industries, right? So whether it's restaurants, whether it's beauty salon, barbershop, construction, so it's across the board. So what we tend to do is when we identify businesses that either of our partners are working with, we customize the services that they need. So again, these are one-on-one conversation. This program that we're talking about will really, it's sort of complement and enhance the work that we're all doing already, and this is going to help us to really do more. But again, we're looking at all businesses across the board, those businesses that will benefit the greatest from these services. But awesome question. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you.